Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Transfermarkt TV International. We all at our Hamburg headquarters hope that we reach you healthy and well during these unusual times. And to help you keeping up the good spirits, we once again have all the latest rumors and news for you in international football. We start with our rumor mill that last week had a strong focus on Chelsea. This week, Real Madrid had some interesting stories for us. The first one could be the surprising return of Cristiano Ronaldo to Real Madrid in order to balance the financial books at Juventus Turin after the corona crisis. The 35-year-old Portuguese star is only in his second season at the Turin outfit following his €110 million move from the Spanish capital in 2018. But as Italian newspaper Corriere Dello Sport report, if Madrid launch a stunning bid for Ronaldo, which would ease financial concerns for the Italian champions, a deal could be done. A €58 million Madrid move for CR7, which would also see them pay €31 million in wages, would be enough to get Juve chiefs thinking about letting him go. Also, as Ronaldo's friend, journalist Edu Aguirre says, the Portuguese hero misses Madrid. Also concerning Juventus and Real, portal Defensa Central found out that legendary agent Mino Raiola has offered Real an opportunity to sign Dutch centre-back star Matthijs de Ligt after his so-so year at Juventus. Raiola has been quoted as saying he wants to bring a great player to Real in the summer of 2020, who apart from his clients Pogba and Haaland could be the 20-year-old Elftal captain. De Ligt came into Juventus last summer on an €85.5 million transfer fee, but only has started in 70% of his 27 games with Juventus. De Ligt, whose contract with the Italian champions runs into 2024, could replace Sergio Ramos, who recently turned 34. In a reaction to this rumor, Tuttosport reported that Juventus allegedly set the price tag for the highly talented defender at €150 million, making this move rather unlikely. De Ligt's Dutch national teammate Donny van de Beek might not join Real Madrid after all, as the 22-year-old offensive midfielder stated in an interview with Dutch magazine Gelden, transported by Marca, that a transfer from Ajax to La Liga giant has not been confirmed. Nothing is agreed and everything is still in the open, De Ligt said about the reported ongoing interest of Real after a deal last summer fell through. Van de Beek has an impressive 10 goals with 7 assists and 28 Amsterdam League and Champions League matches, but might not be as highly regarded as Paul Pogba, who according to different sources is still Zinedine Zidane's top transfer target for the next season, ahead of the Dutch midfielder. Meanwhile, Alejandro Camano, the agent of highly rated Borussia Dortmund wingback Achraf Hakimi, has denied earlier reports that Hakimi has extended his contract with Real for another year until 2023. The 21-year-old is having a superb loan stint with German side Borussia Dortmund, with scoring 10 goals in 37 appearances this season. The loan contract at Signal Iduna Park will end after this campaign for the Moroccan international. He remains contract bound to Real until 2021, as Camano stated on Spox. He added that all negotiations with both clubs are currently suspended due to the coronavirus pandemic. And one more rumor concerning Real, now about two players who will possibly leave the Royals for Premier League side Everton. As Spanish paper Marca found out, Toffee's boss Carlo Ancelotti wants to sign his former Real players James Rodriguez and Gareth Bale, as he believes that they could take Everton to another level. Welsh right-winger Bale, at the age of 30, has 2 more years left in his contract, but so far has refused to sign with a new club in order to maintain his very high wage. 28-year-old Colombian offensive midfielder James Rodriguez is Madrid-bound until 2021 and thus could be the easier signing for Everton. And since Real's boss Zidane has played both only 31 times, mainly as substitute all season, Everton's potential offer should be probably considered. After so many rumors about the La Liga giants, we now move on to the Premier League, where Manchester City is closely eyeing Romanian international Yanis Hagi, who is playing on a half-year loan stint with the Glasgow Rangers, coming in from Belgian side KSC Genk. The 21-year-old offensive midfielder, son of former Romania's greatest midfielder of all times, George Hagi, has appeared in 7 Premiership matches, scoring 1 goal and 1 assist so far, impressing his Rangers manager Frank Lampard, but he might be leaving Scotland for the next season. However, his agent Bekali confirmed the interest of several English top teams on a Romanian TV show. Supposedly, Manchester City and Tottenham, among others, have contacted Bekali about Yanis Hagi. At first, the Rangers will most likely exercise their option to buy, which is understood to be €4 million from Genk, where he's bound until 2024, but after that, the race is open. Leicester City have been linked with a bid for a player touted as the new N'Golo Kanté. According to newspaper The Express, the Foxes are monitoring 25-year-old defensive midfielder Baptiste Santamaria of Angers, who has been targeted by a host of European clubs like Napoli, Valencia, Lyon and fellow Premier League rivals Aston Villa, Tottenham and Everton. Santamaria is known for his consistency, as he has only missed 16 minutes in all 28 Ligue 1 games for Angers. His market value stands at €9 million. His contract with the number 10 in the French top tier runs into 2022. The Foxes famously found Kanté at French side Caen in 2015 and bought him. He went on to helping them win the Premier League title, and later he won the World Cup with France. Kanté now plays for Chelsea, where he might miss Pedro, his teammate, next season. Claims from Italian paper Corriere Dello Sport say Lazio have been joined by AS Roma in their pursuit of the 32-year-old winger, who is out of contract at Stamford Bridge this summer. Pedro, in an injury-prone season so far, has only appeared in 9 Premier League and 3 Champions League games all season for the Blues and will most likely leave West London. He has been a main transfer request by Roma manager Paulo Fonseca last winter, but then a deal fell through. Arsenal might win the services of Jesse Lingard for the next campaign, as British paper Express reports. The Gunners have joined in the race to sign the 27-year-old from Manchester United. The 24-time England international has toiled at Old Trafford this season without having yet registered a Premier League goal or assist since December 2018. With this drought and only 1-year contract remaining, United is now expected to listen to offers for the playmaker who came through their academy. Lingard's market value stands at €22 million. Liverpool, through their German manager Jürgen Klopp, always seemed to be interested in the German Bundesliga. Now, the Reds are reported to be interested in a duo from Borussia Mönchengladbach, Marcus Thuram and Dennis Zakaria. As sources tell the British paper Express, the 23-year-old Swiss international Zakaria could strengthen the squad at defensive midfield. Other European teams also acknowledged the qualities of the powerful 6'2" midfielder, who is a regular for the number 4 team in the German top tier. Also impressive so far is French striker Marcus Thuram, who came into Mönchengladbach on a moderate €9 million transfer fee from Guingamp last year. The 22-year-old has 10 goals and 9 assists in 33 competitive games all season and is said to be a prospect for Liverpool's future, especially with Mo Salah and Sadio Mane missing next year's January due to the Africa Cup of Nations. And Germany's top team also has a new rumor to their side. Bayern Munich is reportedly eyeing a summer move for Wolverhampton Spanish star winger Adama Traoré. If a transfer of German international Leroy Sané from Man City to Bayern falls short, Traoré might be an option, according to British transfer expert Duncan Castles. Traoré, who grew up in Barcelona's La Masia Academy, has played for the Wolves since 2018. This campaign might have been his strongest, with 4 goals and 7 assists in 28 Premier League games. A transfer fee could be quite high, though. Wolverhampton are set to want €100 million for Traoré, who is contract bound until 2023. None of the players mentioned in our rumor mill make it into our next category, the stats of the day. In this edition, we take a closer look at the players with the highest pass completion rates by percentage and also at the players with the most touches in the top 5 European leagues. As we start our countdown to the highest pass completion rates by percentage, a category that is strongly dominated by players from Paris Saint-Germain, as 5 players make it to our top 10. 2 of them rank in our top 5. That starts with number 5. Jason Denayer from Olympique Lyon, the Belgian centre-back at 24 years of age. He has a market value of 50 million euros, 94.0 completion rate. His Belgian teammate, the only defensive midfielder, Axel Witsel from Borussia Dortmund, has 94.1% of his passes completed. Marlon Santos, little surprise there, with Sassuolo. The Brazilian centre-back has 94.2 as a completion rate. Up to 95% is our number 2, Presnel Kimpembe from PSG. And number 1, his teammates, Brazilian centre-back and PSG captain Thiago Silva at 35 years of age with only 6 million euros left in his market value. 95.5, he is the most secure passer in Europe's top 5 leagues. You can see a dominance by PSG in this category. 5 out of the top 10 and the top spots in our top 5 belong to the French champions for the highest passing completion rate by percentage in the elite European leagues. It's a little different picture in our next chart, as the Premier League dominates the category for the most touches in the European top 5 leagues. That's in part because of up to 4 more matches played than the Bundesliga and the Serie A, and 2 more games played than Spain's top tier or parts of the Ligue 1. 8 players from England's top tier make it into our top 10. Liverpool has a strong focus as we now count down the top 5 players, and they are all Premier League players with the most touches in Europe's top leagues. At number 5, Cesar Azpilicueta from Chelsea. The Spanish 30-year-old right-back has 2,493 touches. Leicester's number 1 is our number 4, Portuguese right-back Ricardo Pereira. The 26-year-old had the ball in his care 2,548 times. The top 3 is all Liverpool. Andy Robertson, the Scotsman, 26 years old. He has 2,569 touches. Virgil van Dijk, the central defender, the Dutch strong defender, has 2,784, and our number 1 is the world's most valuable defender at a market value of 110 million euros, Liverpool right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold with 99.76 touches per game. He is truly the go-to guy for the Reds, as the 20-year-old right-back also mainly is in charge for Liverpool's set pieces. A total of 2,893 touches puts him on top of our top 5 of the players with the most touches in the top 5 European leagues. Congratulations. As usual, our last category of the show is our news ticker. Coming at no surprise, almost all of the stories in international football these days deal with the impact of the coronavirus pandemic. The UEFA, for example, sees a season behind closed doors as a better option than scrapping the whole season. In an interview in German television, UEFA President Alexander Seferin also warned that both Champions and Europa League could be abandoned if coronavirus restrictions remain into September. However, UEFA remains intent on finishing the Champions and Europa League seasons. Seferin said, "It is still better to play the game behind closed doors and have it on TV, which is what the people need and want, because it brings positive energy to their homes, than not playing at all. This scenario would be July or August. We can't play it out in September or October," the Slovenian continued. As for the impact of the pandemic on financial fair play, the UEFA considers a postponement for their economic measures until the situation becomes clearer. Ignoring the ban on public meetings hit 13-time Serbian international striker Aleksandar Prijovic hard. He was sentenced to 3 months of house arrest in Serbia. The 29-year-old violated the strict Serbian rules when he met with 20 further people in a hotel in Belgrade. All of them were taken into custody by the police. Besides the 3 months house arrest, Prijovic could also lose his job at Saudi Arabian club Ittihad Jeddah, as Serbian newspapers report. A contract clause allows the Saudi club to dissolve the contract if the player's behavior damages the reputation of the club. Tottenham's Heung-min Son intends to use the break caused by the coronavirus pandemic to serve his mandatory 4-week national service for the military following his return to South Korea. It should have been 21 months, but he earned an exemption in 2018 when he was part of the South Korean team that won the Asian Games, with the Spurs allowing him to leave during their season. The 27-year-old traveled back to his homeland last week following football's shutdown and now awaits the Premier League decision on extending the suspension beyond April 30th, awaited later this week to finally start his military service. And something without corona relevance at the end. German champion Bayern Munich and their manager Hans-Dieter Flick agreed on a contract extension until 2023. The 55-year-old took over after being his assistant from Bayern coach Niko Kovac, who was sacked on November 3rd, 2019, and has since impressed with 18 wins and only 2 losses in Bayern's last 21 competitive games. The former World Cup winning assistant coach for Germany's Jogi Löw was also a former Bayern player, as future CEO Oliver Kahn pointed out. Hansi knows the club's mentality, he knows maximum success is the benchmark for Bayern, and I'm delighted we can develop our idea of the club and football along with him in the years to come. And this is all for this episode of Transfermarkt TV International. As always, like in the last couple of weeks, let me express all our best wishes for your health and also for the health of people close to you. And please do follow the recommendations of your government, avoiding contact or at least minimize it to a maximum. That's it for now. Thanks for joining. Have a good one.